Health. We've all heard the saying, you are what you eat. The #1 cause of death in our country, you guessed it, it's our diet. Our standard American diet, also known as SAD, has put our country at the top of the list in the world for obesity, which increases the risk for serious health problems. Overwhelming scientific evidence links the consumption of meat and meat products to numerous diseases. Health costs related to meat consumption in our country have skyrocketed to a staggering $50 billion every single year. And the World Health Organization now places red and processed meat at the same danger level as cigarettes and asbestos. Meat is the new tobacco. And this was last November's issue of Time magazine. More and more studies over just the past few years are contributing to the public's growing awareness that we need to become more critically aware of how meat can be harmful to our health. So you may ask, why are plant-based vegetarian and vegan diets the healthier choice? There are so many reasons. A wide range of nutrients, beneficial fiber found only in plant foods, antioxidants, and hundreds of thousands of phytochemicals that protect the body and support good health. Overall, vegetarians have a longer life expectancy and substantially lower rates of heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cancer, obesity, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and the list goes on. But don't just take my word for it. Support for vegetarian diets comes from numerous organizations, including the American Cancer Society, American College of Cardiology, the Mayo Clinic, Harvard School of Public Health, and the National Institutes of Health, which says, vegetarians may be missing out on grilled hamburgers at picnics, but they also tend to miss out on the major health problems that plague many Americans. Just take a look at the difference in heart disease, the #1 killer of Americans, between those who eat meat and those who are vegetarian and vegan. And the progression of many diseases not only can be halted, but reversed, sometimes in as little as just 2 to 3 weeks by switching to a plant-based diet. Reducing and eliminating the consumption of meat and meat products with a greener diet rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains will lead to a healthier world.
When you walk through a grocery store, it feels like you have endless choices. Brightly colored packages, labels claiming low fat, sugar-free, all natural. It looks like a world of options. But the truth is, much of what fills those shelves is not food at all. It's a cocktail of chemicals, preservatives, and additives designed to look like food, taste like food, and keep you addicted but slowly destroy your health from the inside out. Today, we are exposing the 10 most toxic ingredients hiding in your food. Ingredients that inflame your gut, damage your brain, clog your arteries, and even rewrite your DNA. More importantly, we'll uncover what real foods you can choose instead. Foods that heal, restore, and help you break free from this toxic cycle. Let's begin. The first offender is high fructose corn syrup, found in sodas, candies, breads, condiments, and even so-called health snacks. Unlike glucose, which your body can use for energy, fructose goes straight to the liver, where it gets converted into fat. This creates fatty liver disease, insulin resistance, and skyrocketing risk of diabetes. It also feeds inflammation in your arteries, aging your body from the inside out. Replace it with natural sweetness from whole fruits like berries or dates, foods that deliver not just sugar but fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants your body can use for repair instead of destruction. Next is partially hydrogenated oils, also known as trans fats. These are found in fried fast food, margarine, and packaged baked goods. Trans fats are so toxic that the FDA moved to ban them, but they still show up under different names: Once inside your body, they raise LDL cholesterol, lower HDL cholesterol, and harden your arteries. They inflame the endothelium, the delicate lining of your blood vessels, and accelerate cardiovascular disease. Contrast this with healthy fats like omega-3s from chia, flax, and walnuts, which reduce inflammation, protect arteries, and even improve brain function. Then there are artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. Marketed as diet-friendly, these chemicals trick your brain, overstimulate taste receptors, and actually increase cravings for sugar. They also disrupt the gut microbiome, wiping out beneficial bacteria and weakening your immunity. Studies have linked aspartame to neurological symptoms including headaches, mood swings, and even memory impairment. Real sweetness doesn't need to come from a lab. Choose natural stevia leaves, raw honey, or monk fruit. Better yet, train your taste buds to enjoy the subtle sweetness of whole fruits. Another hidden danger is monosodium glutamate, or MSG. Found in chips, soups, sauces, and restaurant meals, MSG enhances flavor by overstimulating your brain's glutamate receptors. This can cause headaches, dizziness, and in sensitive individuals, something known as Chinese restaurant syndrome. But the deeper problem is that chronic overstimulation can damage neurons and promote excitotoxicity, brain cell burnout. Instead, season your meals with herbs and spices, basil, turmeric, garlic, or oregano, which not only add flavor, but deliver healing compounds that fight inflammation and boost immunity. Number 5 is sodium nitrites and nitrates, commonly added to deli meats, bacon, and hot dogs. These preservatives prevent spoilage, but in your stomach, they can form nitrosamines, powerful carcinogens linked to stomach, pancreatic, and colon cancers. When you eat processed meat daily, you're not just eating protein, you're fueling DNA damage. Choose plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, and chickpeas, which deliver fiber, minerals, and antioxidants that lower cancer risk instead of raising it. Then we have artificial food dyes, like Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1. These are derived from petroleum, the same base used in industrial chemicals. They add nothing to food but bright artificial color. Studies link them to hyperactivity in children, allergic reactions, and even tumor growth in lab animals. Imagine feeding your child petroleum byproduct disguised as candy. Compare that to natural colors from beets, spirulina, or turmeric, which not only look beautiful, but also heal. Nature colors with nutrients, industry colors with chemicals. The 7th toxic ingredient is preservatives like BHA and BHT, synthetic antioxidants added to cereals, chips, and snack bars to extend shelf life. The problem is they don't just preserve the food, they disrupt your hormones. BHA is classified as a possible human carcinogen. Both BHA and BHT interfere with the endocrine system, damaging thyroid function and reproductive health. You don't need artificial preservatives to live longer. Your body preserves itself with antioxidants from blueberries, pomegranates, and leafy greens, which protect DNA and extend cellular lifespan. Number 8 is refined vegetable oils like soybean, canola, and corn oil. These oils are heated, bleached, and chemically processed before they reach your table. They're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess fuel systemic inflammation, the silent fire behind arthritis, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders. Compare this with extra virgin olive oil, avocado, or flax oil, which provide balance, reduce inflammation, and protect heart and brain health. The 9th ingredient to avoid is sodium benzoate, found in sodas, salad dressings, and condiments. On its own, it stresses the liver. But when combined with vitamin C, it can form benzene, a known carcinogen. It also damages mitochondria, the tiny power plants in your cells, draining your energy and slowing metabolism. A plant-based diet restores mitochondrial function naturally. Foods like spinach, kale, and sweet potatoes flood your cells with the nutrients they need to produce clean energy. And finally, processed refined sugar. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. It spikes your blood sugar, crashes your energy, feeds harmful bacteria in your gut, stiffens collagen in your skin, and accelerates wrinkles. Over time, it shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA, literally speeding up the clock of aging. But when you eat natural sugars bound with fiber and antioxidants, like apples, mangoes, or berries, Your body receives energy in a way it was designed to handle, with protection instead of destruction. These 10 ingredients, high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, artificial sweeteners, MSG, nitrates, food dyes, preservatives, refined oils, sodium benzoate, and refined sugar, are not real food. They are industrial chemicals disguised as food. They are engineered for profit, not health. They extend shelf life, enhance flavor, and hook your taste buds, but they shorten your lifespan, inflame your organs, and keep you dependent on pills and procedures. But here's the good news. Every one of these poisons has a natural counterpart. For every fake sweetener, there is fruit. For every toxic oil, there are seeds, nuts, and avocados. For every preservative, there are antioxidants in plants that preserve life itself. Real food doesn't come with ingredient labels you can't pronounce. Real food comes from the earth, grown in soil, full of water, fiber, minerals, and life force energy. When you replace toxic, processed food with real whole plants, your body responds quickly. Within days, your blood sugar stabilizes. Within weeks, inflammation begins to subside. Over time, arteries unclog, your skin clears, your mood improves, and your energy soars. Pair this with fasting, and the results amplify. Damaged cells are cleared out, your microbiome repairs, and your body enters regeneration mode. The system doesn't want you to know this. Food companies profit from addiction. Big pharma profits from disease. But you can step outside that cycle. You can choose real food, herbs, and fasting as your medicine. You can starve disease and feed health. The truth is simple. The most toxic ingredients in your food are not there by accident. They are there by design. And the only way out is to recognize them, reject them, and return to what nature intended. Your body is a miraculous machine. Give it real food, and it will heal. Expose the lies. Embrace the truth. Reclaim your health.